Happy Halloween. It's just me. Whew. That mask was a little tight on me. Whew. But I know it's a Christian YouTube. Is she celebrating? Is she not celebrating? What is she doing? Who knows? But yes, the kids are gonna be going out, getting some candy. No, we are not doing any witchcraft. We are not doing any blood sacrifices or any of that nonsense. It is just a time where kids are just going out having fun, you know, meeting their neighbors. Like I read on, I don't know if it was a podcast or like a website, a Bible website, where it was just like, what do Christians do during, you know, this time of year? And it was just like, meet your neighbors, you know, hand out candy, cider and stuff like that. You know, just be, I'm looking in the video and I'm like, this is irritating me that the sleeve part was up. Just be positive, you know, you don't have to engage in anything Satan-like, you know? So, in my family, we grew up on horror movies, scary movies, thrillers. Michael Jackson, Thriller. So it's just the fun of it. So do your own thing, pray on it, do what makes you happy. And as long as you're not doing what you think is wrong, have fun with it. So also, I came on here because I wanted to make a video on Halloween. And I thought, what perfect, like, exciting thing to make a video on. I just wanted to show you guys my shirt again. God Inspires Life Coaching. Follow me, subscribe to me, and of course, follow Successful Wear, because that's who makes my stuff. Well, I make my stuff, but you know, like, we're a family business, Black business, small business. So yeah, it's an amazing shirt. Oh, Brooke, can you pass me a Shanti shirt so I can show that off right there? Nope, that one. Living My Black Girl Lifestyle. Also subscribe to Living My Black Girl Lifestyle. Here you go, Brooke. So yes, subscribe to Live My Black Girl Lifestyle, Angel Strange, Successful Wear, My Crazy Black Family, and Brooke and Bryant. Okay? So I chose to do today's Halloween video on the plague, the 10 plague. Because I thought it was like kind of evil, crazy, Halloweenish, you know? So I was like, yeah. And I wanted to show you guys my chronological guide to the Bible book. Get you one. I love this book. I bought it when I bought the study, my study Bible. It came in like 2 parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. I love that too. And I was going to give it to my Nana for like her birthday. But like as I started reading it and getting into it, I was just like, I love this. I can't give it away. So I might have to buy another one and give it to her. But it's just like a timeline of like, you know how like people don't really know BC, AC, or like things of that nature, or we don't really know what happened 5,000 years ago or before Christ, or even just 400 years ago. We really don't understand. But this, it really kind of gives you a timeline of things, of what happened during that time, and like the stories, and how like Abraham and Joshua connects, or how even Jesus connects in each of the parts of the timeline, how everything connects to each part. Like, it's just amazing. I love it, to be completely honest. But yeah, so let's get started. So I started writing down the notes and I wasn't really gonna do the video until I was done, because I like to have the notes in front of me so I don't get sidetracked, which I tend to do. But I didn't finish, so hopefully I don't get sidetracked. Let me open up my notebook. If you see a lot of stuff around me, it's because I'm in the office where all the clothing and such is, and it's just, nobody's really in here right now, so I was like, let me make the video really quick before everybody gets in here. It gets noisy and I don't get to make the video. And I wanted to do it like, you know, today, because it's the plague, it's Halloween, and you know, who knows when I'll have time later, because I might want to go out and go get some candy too. I might stay in and pass out candy. Probably not, because I like to go walk and look at all the decorations people have and see everybody's costumes. I love looking at people's costumes. It's always fun. I really don't know where my information is. I thought it was like way up front, but it's like not showing me where it's at. But how are you guys feeling on this Hallows Eve? Are you feeling spooky? Are you feeling scary? Are you feeling happy? Are you just like, I just want this day to be over? Like, I'm a Christian where it's like, I have not participated in this at all. So just please just turn my light off. Do not come to my house. Do not scare me. Like, I do not like scary movies at all. Like, I'm scared. Just do not come near me. Or are you just like, cool, I like seeing the costumes too. I like seeing the decorations. People are so creative. Like, what do you guys think about it? Tell me in the comments. Also, let me know what you want from Successful Wear. Come on, successfulwearclothingllc.com. Get your merch. Customize anything. Glassware, clothing, sweatsuits, the winter's coming, ski masks. Come on. So, got my notebook, got my chronological Bible, and I got my big Bible. I wanted to have Brooke's big light, but I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Now I have to like hold everything. So we are in Exodus 7. Okay. So basically, Pharaoh wasn't listening to Jehovah or Moses or Aaron, his own brother, about letting the people go, and they had to do something about it. And he was like, as for me, I will allow Pharaoh's heart to become abstinent, and I will multiply my signs and my miracles in the land of Egypt. Keep that in mind. Abstinent means stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or chosen course of action. So clearly, he was being stubborn in this. He wouldn't change his mind. He wouldn't do anything about it. I was like, all right, let's see about that. But Pharaoh will not listen to you. I will lay my hand upon the Egypt and bring my multitude of people, Israelites, out of the land of Egypt with great judgments. I got my big index card. Moses was 80 years old, and Aaron was 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. And Pharaoh had like his own little witchcraft friends, magical friends, who kept his heart abstinent and stubborn. So whenever something happened, he kept hardening his heart. So he just like, I was like, all right, he allowed everything to happen, and he just did not care. So then Jehovah said to Moses, Pharaoh's heart is unresponsive. He has refused to send the people away. Go to Pharaoh in the morning, and he is going to go out to the water, and you should station yourself to meet him by the edge of the Nile River. The Nile River. Y'all know what that is. And these are real places, guys, as y'all know. And that's what I love about like my chronological Bible, because that's like what I was trying to tell y'all in the beginning. It shows like real time, real places in the Bible that were like technical places that they went, that it would be now, and like how far they walked or rode on camels or such animals, horses, anything that they, used back then. So this is what Jehovah says. By this is you will know that I am Jehovah. You will know I am God. Let it be known. Here I am striking the water that is in the Nile River with the rod that is in my hand, and it will turn into blood. And the fish that are in the Nile will die, and the Nile will stink. And the Egyptians will find it impossible to drink water from the Nile. They can't drink it. It's blood. Like, ew. That they may become the blood. There will be blood in all the land of Egypt, even in the wood, in the stone. Immediately Moses and Aaron did just as Jehovah said and commanded. He lifted up the rod and struck the water that was in the Nile River before the eyes of Pharaoh and his servants, and all the water was in the river was turned into blood. I just think it's amazing how God turns water into blood. Well, yeah, God did it, But like right here, Moses did it. He gave power to Moses. But God also turned water into wine. Like, he just be making things like... Which is also, is that why people like, most people don't be liking water, just regular plain water? They like have to have juice or soda and stuff like that. Because in the beginning, God just always turned water into... You couldn't just have plain old water, could we? JK. But like, the first of the plague was turning water into blood. Ugh, nasty. So as for that, when I was looking in my chronological Bible, it says that, of course, the main source, as we all know to this day, is water. It's like a necessity. You can die from dehydration. Is water. So they needed it. But the reason why God took water was because an Egyptian god. So the 10, let me retrack. The 10 plagues were, how can I rephrase this? The 10 plagues was because the Egyptians were worshiping other gods. There you go. And the Egyptian god for flooding the Nile, or the source of the Nile, was Hapi or Hapi and Khanum. So that was flooding the Nile or the source of the Nile. Those were the Egyptian gods for flooding the Nile and the source of the Nile. So that would be why God took away the Nile River and made it blood. That was number 1. So, number 2. Send my people away so that they may serve me. If you keep refusing to send them away, I will plague all your territory with frogs. And the Nile River will be swarmed with frogs, and they will come up and enter into your house and into your bedroom, in your bed, into the house of servants, in your people, into your ovens, and into your kneading troughs. On you, on your people, on your servants, and the frogs will come up. Yeah, so the next one was the frogs. I would not want a bunch of frogs all over me, jumping around, all slimy and stuff. But God made it happen. Let there be frogs. Oh, one of my bookmarks fell out. Because I have like 5 books on me right now. And after they invaded everything, they died, leaving a smell all over the land, which was gross. Like, ew. So it's like the smell of dead fish, the smell of dead frogs. Egypt was just not a nice, happy place anymore. So frogs represented a goddess, Hequet, of fertility and childbirth. Plague number 2. We are just learning a lot here. But remember, it's all in the Bible. So check it out for yourself in Exodus, okay? Next comes where am I at? Because I just highlighted the sources. I didn't want to like make this a 3-hour video. 16. Okay. Gnats and lice. Lice was way back then. Honestly, when I heard about lice, like, you know, in schools and stuff, I never thought it would be like something from way back to the plague. It's like even gnats. Like, I thought gnats were just like flies or like just like ew, gnats. I did not know it was from the plague. Like, that's so interesting to me. So Jehovah now said to Moses, say to Aaron, stretch out your rod and strike the dust of earth. So gnats are dust of earth. That's interesting. Like, and it is like when they be like, that is kind of like dust. When Kevin Hart be like, oh, the gnats, they're all in my face, all in my mouth. And it must become gnats in all the land of Egypt. And they did this. Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and struck the dust of the earth, and the gnats came on the man and beast. All the dust of earth became gnats in all the land of the Egypt. Practicing priests tried to do the same and produce gnats by their secret arts, but they could not. They couldn't do it. Brooke, can you turn that off, please? It is the finger of God. But Pharaoh's heart continued to be obstinate. He is one stubborn Pharaoh. If you know this story, could you tell me in the comments what you think will make the Pharaoh not stubborn anymore? Make him responsive? Let me know. I think he will. Something will make him unresponsive, but it'll take a lot. It's interesting that God separated gnats and lice and flies and mosquitoes as two different plagues, because I feel like they should be the same thing. Don't you think? I think so. But that's how he did it. Gnats, lice, flies, and mosquitoes. Where am I at? Yeah. Get up early in the morning and station yourself in front of the Pharaoh. He is coming out of the water, and you must say to him, this is what Jehovah has said. Send my people away so that they must serve me. All God wants is for his people to serve him, worship him, and lift him up. That's literally all God wants. It's what he asks for in all of us. Do as God says. But Pharaoh won't allow it. He wants his people to serve all these other gods and goddesses. And this is what happens when you don't listen to God. If you do not send my people away, I will send on your servants and your people into houses. The godfly in the houses of Egypt will be full of gadflies, and they will even cover the ground they stand on. On that day, I will certainly set apart the land of Goshen, where my people are dwelling. No godflies will exist there, and by this you will know that I, Jehovah, am here in the land. And I will make a distinction between my people and your people. Tomorrow this sign will take place. Wow. Heavy swarms of flies invaded the Pharaoh. Crazy. Oh, let's see what the Pharaoh had to say. Finally, the Pharaoh called Moses and Aaron and said, go sacrifice to your God in the land. But Moses said, it is not proper to do so, because what we would sacrifice to Jehovah, our God, would be detestable to our God, to the Egyptians. It would be make a sacrifice that is detestable before his eyes. Like, Come on. What do they have to sacrifice after everything's been poisoned, filled with blood, dead? Like, Moses is like, I understand now you want to sacrifice, now you want to listen, but it's a little late now. Hey, so I'm back. I know hair changed, shirt changed, everything is different. That's because went out with my kids, celebrated, well, enjoyed the evening by getting some candy. Adults like candy. Didn't get to upload my video, but today's November 1st, Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. So, still another day to upload this lovely video about the plague. So, hopefully this tripod keeps my video up. My phone in it. So, we left off about the Pharaoh saying he wanted to sacrifice for Jehovah. And Moses was a little sketchy about it. So he was like, But he was like, all right. Pharaoh must stop trifling with us by refusing to send the people away to sacrifice for Jehovah. So he did as, the people. But however, again, he hardened his heart and did not send the people away. And as I go back to my chronological Bible, we didn't know really if it was mosquitoes, but all we knew was that the insects were feeding on the Egyptians. But we know these day and age that mosquitoes are the type of insects or bugs that, sucks blood and feeds on human beings. So we infer that mosquitoes were part of the insects and flies that were out during the plague. So for that inference, Capri is the Egyptian god of the rising sun, represented with the head of a fly and the scab of a beetle. Was the Egyptian god that they were trying to worship other than Jesus, other than God. Next was the death of livestock, which we are now in Exodus 9, 1 through 7. But I highlighted 3, verse 3. Look, Jehovah's hand will come against your livestock in the field. On the horses, the donkeys, the camels, the herd, the flock, there will be a devastating plague. Devastating plague. It said plague. And Jehovah will certainly make a distinction between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Egypt. So you will know whose is who. Because nothing that belongs to the Israelites will die. And it's been shown here, nothing has happened to the Israelites. Everything has happened to Egypt. To the Egyptians. And Jehovah did this on the very next day, and all sorts of livestock of Egypt began to die. Death of livestock. Like, it's so simple. He's telling you everything that he's going to do before he does it. He's telling you that if you don't be responsive to what he's saying, if you don't let his people go, let his people go and worship him, then he's going to continue on. The Pharaoh is a very stubborn man. No judgment here. Just saying. That's what obstinate means. Jehovah then said to Moses and Aaron, "Fill both of your hands with soot from a kiln, and Moses must throw it onto the air in front of oh, this is the next plague. Sorry. And throw it into the air in front of the Pharaoh, and it will become festering boils on man and beast in all the lands of Egypt." So they took the soot from the kiln and stood before Pharaoh and Moses and tossed it into the air, and became festering boils breaking out on man and beast. So the next plague was boils all over the body, all over man, all over the whatever was left of their stock. Anything that was living had boils all over them. Nobody could heal them, not their priests, not their modern day healers, no one. So the gods for those two, the death of the livestock, was Hathor, mother and sky goddesses, represented by a cow, livestock cow. Apis, portrayed as a sacred bull, also livestock. Imhotep, forgive me for not knowing these old names for gods. Imhotep, god of healing and medicine, and Sekhetem, goddess of healing, and those are the boils. So those are the gods that they were worshiping, other than God himself, the big G. For by now I could have thrust my hand out to strike you and your people with a devastating plague, and you would have been wiped out from the earth. But for this very reason I have kept you in existence, to show you my power. So God's telling him, yo, I could have just killed you. I could have had an animal eat you. I could have wiped you out of existence, made you not even be born. But I kept you here to show you all these different things I could do to you. These plagues I have put upon your life and your people's lives, to show you my power, that I am the true God. Not me, but like God. God is the true God, okay? To show you my power, that only I can do this. So all these other people that you're worshiping is worthless. It's useless, okay? And to have the name declared in all the earth, okay? Are you still behaving arrogantly? You're still not listening. You're still showing arrogance and betrayal. Like, you're still sending your people against me and not bringing them to me. Here, I will cause a great hail to rain down tomorrow about this time, such as never occurred. So here we go again. He's telling you, now I'm going to send another plague. Now it's going to be hail. Now y'all know what hail is. We ain't never seen no hail like this before, but we've seen those thick rocks that's like snow and rain, but it's a rock and it's coming to you. But you never done that like this before. Every man and beast caught in the field and not brought into the house will die where the hail comes down on them. So if you're caught out in that hail, you're going to die. Simple as that. So listen to God. Bring yourself and your beast in the house, your animals, your pets. Well, they call them beasts, but it's pets, your livestock, whatever you want to keep alive so that you can eat and drink, whatever, bring it in the house or you're going to die. So here goes Moses stretching his arms out and his rod to the heavens. Thunder, hail, fire fell down from the earth. And Jehovah kept making it rain down hail on the land of Egypt. Hail, and there was fire flashing in the midst of the hail. It was very heavy. There had never been anything like it in the heavens in this land of Egypt. Never in this nation. How does that make you feel on the inside? Huh, Pharaoh? All this because you don't want to listen. Just a saying. After the hail, some of Pharaoh's servants went and sided with Moses and Aaron because they were like, all right, that's enough. I've had enough. Okay? Because if y'all know what hail is, that's thick rocks. That's rocks coming from heaven, from the sky, banging on your head. Yeah. I mean, honestly, to be honest, I would have been done when the water turned to blood. I'm just saying. I would have been done. I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to go and listen to this guy right here. Yeah. But they stuck with Pharaoh, threw water into blood, frogs, gnats and lice, mosquitoes and flies, death of their livestock, boils on their skin, and hail. Craziness. But they was loyal. Loyalty right there. And that was Seth, the god of storms and disorder. Nut, the goddess of the sky. And I know y'all heard about this one, Locust. Tell me in the comments, how many of y'all heard of all of these plagues? Which ones have y'all heard of? Which ones didn't hear of? And go read Exodus 7 through 11, chapters 7 through 11, and you can read about all of the whole plague and see what you want to know, see what you don't know. Sorry for that. But like I was saying, natural hair, guys. Thank you. Also, natural beauty. Get you one. Oh. Check out Brianna Strange because she does beautiful paintings. I believe her Instagram is Mannequin Bee. But you can also catch her on my crazy big black family. Or Cosmic Family Funhouse if you want beautiful paintings or anything, let us know. But back to what I was saying. Let me know in the comments if you know any of these plagues, if you don't know any of the plagues, or tell me what you want to learn about. I want to know everything. Okay? So, back to what I was saying, if I don't remember. I got a little distracted. Oh, the next plague is locusts. So that was hail. Of course, Pharaoh sinned again. He don't listen. For if you keep refusing to send my people away, here I am bringing locusts within your boundaries tomorrow. And they will cover the surface of the earth, and it will not be possible to see the ground. They will eat up the escaped hail and what's left for you. They will eat all your trees, and they are growing in the field. The Pharaoh's servants asked him, the ones that were left, how long will this man continue to menace us? And how would you, as a Pharaoh, answer Because technically it's your fault that you're still being tormented and plagued and all these things, because you won't let your people go and live life. Like, you want your people to suffer. Honestly speaking, that's what you want, right? Because you're not allowing them to be freed. I'm just saying. Send them away so that they can serve Jehovah their God. You do not realize that they're being ruined. Okay. He said to them, if I ever send you and your children away, then Jehovah is indeed with you. It is clear that you intend to do something evil. No, only your men may go and serve Jehovah, for that is what you requested. With that, they were driven out from before Pharaoh. He don't know what he's saying. The locusts came up over all the land of Egypt, settled down on the whole territory of Egypt. They covered the surface of the entire land, and land grew dark with them. They devoured all of the vegetation. The fruit, the trees, nothing green was left on the trees. No vegetation in the fields. Wow. The locusts ate everything. No greenery. There's two more plagues left. Seraphia, God with the head of a locust, who protected against locusts. Go figure. The next one was, this one's kind of scary, I think. Jehovah then said to Moses, stretch out your hand toward the heavens so that there may be darkness over there, the land of Egypt, a darkness so thick that it can be felt. Moses immediately stretched out his hands toward the heavens, and there was a dense darkness in all the land of Egypt for 3 days. A dense darkness. God is light. So all they had to do was pray to God for light, for anything, to be there for them, to hold them, to protect them, to be the armor, to be their armor. But they couldn't have that because they was going against God. And God gave them darkness. They didn't see no one for 3 days. But the Israelites had light. Jehovah allowed Pharaoh's heart to become abstinent, and he did not consent to send them away. Get out of my sight. That's what Pharaoh said. Make sure that you do not move. Do not try to see my face again, for on the day you see my face, you will die. To this Moses said, just as you have spoken, I will not try to see your face again. Okay. Just as you have spoken, I will not try to see your face again. Then Jehovah said, one more plague I am going to bring upon Pharaoh in Egypt. After that, he will send you away here. And every firstborn in the land of Egypt will die. Whew! They better listen. They better do as God says. From the firstborn of the Pharaoh. So the Pharaoh has a firstborn. He has a kid. A firstborn son, to be exact, I believe. Who is sitting on his throne, to the firstborn of the slave girl who is working at the handmill, and every firstborn of livestock. So even the cattle kids, they will die if they don't do what God says. This month will be the beginning of the months for you. It will be the first of the months of the year for you. On the 10th day of this month, they should each take for themselves a sheep for his father's house, a sheep for the house. You must care for it until the 14th day of this month, and the whole congregation of the assembly of Israelites must slaughter it at twilight. They must take some of the blood and splash it on the two doorposts of the up part of the doorway of the houses in which they eat it. And what do y'all know what that's called? Passover, Passover, Passover. Yes, it's Passover. Passover. They must eat the meat on this night. They gotta roast it. Do not eat it raw. Its head has to be on. You cannot save any for the morning. Burn it if it's any is left over. Sandals on your feet, staff in your hand, and hurry up and eat it. And this is Passover. Passover. Put the blood over your doorway so that God will see it. For I will pass through the land of Egypt on this night and strike every firstborn in the land of Egypt for man to beast. And I will execute judgment on all of the gods of Egypt, and I am Jehovah. I am Jehovah. The blood will serve as your sign on the houses where you are. And I will see the blood and pass over you, and the plague will not come on you, and it will not destroy you, and I will not strike that part of the land. God. Only God. Won't he do it? Oh, he did it. Because there were some that passed over. They put that blood on that doorway and they saved their children, their firstborn. And you must keep this day for the rest of your generations as a lasting statute. Ra, Amara, Atam, Horus, gods associated with the sun. And that's for the darkness plague. The death of the firstborn didn't have a god because it was an attack on the lineage and the Pharaoh himself. So that was meaningful. And yes, the Pharaoh's son did die because he didn't believe. His heart was hardened. He was unresponsive. Do y'all think he was responsive then? Let me know in the comments. I think I had a picture. Where is it? In my little chronological Bible. It had a picture of the Pharaoh holding his son after the plague. Of course I don't have it. Oh, here it is. Come on, Papa. What do y'all think about that?
Thank you.
So, let me know in the comments. Come here, Papa. Love you. See you later. Happy fall.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Look.
Say hi.
Hi, look.
Oh, he has some chocolate on his face. And tell me what y'all think about my video. I'm actually super proud of it. Super happy. It took me forever to read about it. Forever to read about it and learn about it. I was super excited when I was reading about it. And just let me know what you think. Okay. Have a good day, good weekend, good evening. Whenever you're watching this, tell a friend, to tell your cousin, to tell your mom, anyone, and make sure you tell the kids because the kids need Jesus. Okay, Jesus loves the kids. Okay, I know sometimes it may be a little dense and hard or scary sometimes. No. But these are true stories and the truth hurts sometimes. But it's always fun. And, you know, the kids, they have little kid Bibles to make it a little more lighter for you. But we love the kids, so have fun with it. Have a good day. Love you. See you later. Make sure you subscribe to all the channels that we have. And I feel like there's something I'm missing. I don't know, but who knows? Love you. See you later.